Good evening, my friend. Good afternoon. One of those two. Fuck it. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to my beautiful rideshare revolutionaries. It's me, Gio, the leader of the rideshare revolution, the rideshare rockstar, and the captain of the 2K club, and the man, the myth, and the machine. And hell week is over. God, today is one of those days. I mean, I felt like this yesterday, honestly. Like before I got into the car, I did not want to do anything. Like yesterday, I was just like, I didn't. I was tired. I was exhausted, and this morning I was also just like mentally drained. Also because I drank a lot yesterday, so maybe that contributed to my not wanting to contribute to society in any way, but not be a lazy bum and fucking hang out in bed all day. But I still got after it. Today was a very slow day, um, but still a very efficient week overall. So I'm pretty happy about that. So as you guys can see there, it says 1803. So take off 50 for the referral. Um, I mean, not the best per hour average. I think that's about 27, 28 bucks. Obviously, a fuck ton of trips. I need to stop doing so many trips, but I mean, also I was driving during non-peak times this week, so like Tuesday, I think I did from 9:30 to 3. I think I did 25 rides, and they were all like $5 average, honestly. So when you're not getting those lengthy airport rides, then yeah, your per trip average kind of goes down. But all right, let's examine this further. That's Uber. So Lyft 102, as you can see there. Hours. I wasn't online for 62 hours on Uber and then 14 additional hours on Lyft. Most of them, they were in tandem sometimes. So that was like 6 hours max 6 hours. So, all right. So then this is why I'm mostly happy with how this week turned out, right? I forgot to reset my trip meter last week on Monday. So, we're going to go ahead and count that as 1,275 miles. Um, damn, y'all hear that? It's a loud ass train. Um, we're gonna count that as 1,275 miles against $1,859, which is still a pretty good week. So that comes out to check out that per. I made $1.45 a mile, guys. That's really good. Like that's really. I mean, our rates are 64 cents a mile, 64 cents a mile, and I am more than double that. Like I think that's the real effective part. Like I'm literally making Uber Select money on UberX rides. Every single ride this week, Uber. I don't have Uber XL. I don't have Uber Select. Okay? Every single ride was economy. And I'm doing that well. And there was nothing spectacular about this week. I do think, I mean, a lot of you, I have laid out my strategy so many times. I guess I'm going to have to do it again in this video. But like my strategy, I mean, you guys might be reading too much into it. My strategy really is just maximizing your earnings in the morning during the morning rush. Other than that, anything goes. I don't have a weekend strategy. Anyone who says they do is a liar. I don't camp at events. I don't wait at the lot that often. I went to Bum Lot South at Midway 3 times this week. All 3 times just because I was within 10 minutes of there, and I would leave my app on while I was driving there. But I figured I would probably get a more worthwhile trip from the lot. So it wasn't like, so I would keep my app on while going to the lot and then get a ride 15, 20 minutes later. Today, the second Midway ride I had this week, I think I waited about 30 minutes. On Wednesday, I think I waited 5 or 10. And then the third ride today, or the second ride today, the third ride from Midway, I didn't even wait 5 minutes. I pulled in, I got a ping pretty quick. So, I guess I'm gonna take this chance to talk about, and also another reason this is good is because that's my expenses for the week right there. I mean, that's my expenses. Those typically don't move. I mean, that's maintenance, fuel, car insurance, all that stuff is in this thing. The only number that changed was my fuel expense, because this week I only spent $130 on fuel. Not even 10% of what I earned. So, I mean, I'm usually thrilled to spend 10% on gas. Now I spent, what was that, 7% maybe? That's really good. For me, that's fucking fantastic. And I do think I lend that to just driving smarter. And I'm gonna highlight my morning strategy. And now so hopefully whenever people ask me how I do it, I'll just link this video, because I'm so tired of asking that question or answering that question. So this might actually surprise you guys when I go into detail about how I don't want you guys to know where I live. Fuck. How do we do this? Let's be sneaky here. Let's zoom out really quick. Zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. Zoom. There we go. All right. Too far. All right. Here's my morning strategy, and this is how you drive efficiently. Okay? Get a search. All right. This is how I do it in Chicago. This may not work for you in your respective market. Feel free to try. I do not know any other market outside of Chicago. I am completely unfamiliar with any other market outside Chicago. Anyone else that says their driving advice will absolutely help you in your market, or if they drive in fucking San Francisco and they say, hey, this is what you have to do to make money in Philadelphia, they are lying to you. Because every market's different. The median income is different. The population is different. The rates are different. The bonuses are different. There's so many variables. So take whatever you want to from this video. If you think it might help you, fine. If it doesn't help you, it's not my fault. It works for me. Okay? It might work for you. It might not. But for me, obviously it works really fucking well, right? So where's my stylus here? How do I do the drawing? Let's take a screenshot of this really quick. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll take a screenshot, and then we'll do some drawing, right? So, all right. All right. So what I do is I live obviously up here, right? That's where I live. What I've been doing, you can see the screenshot thing. It's so embarrassing. What I've been doing is, that's not what I want to do. Remove that. What I've been doing is I turn my app on from home. If I wake up before 5 o'clock, which I usually do, I'll turn my app on from home. Usually those first few rides will take me in this area around here, or lead me directly to O'Hare, right? After that, since we don't have rematches, I usually just hop on the highway and go back to the city. If I wake up early enough, or let's say I start driving at like 4, right? Odds are pretty high that as I leave the airport, I'll get a ping somewhere around here. And that could be anywhere from up here or somewhere down here. Someone else going back to the airport. So there I go, back to the airport, right? At which point, right now, it's about 5:20 or 5:30. And I do not want any more rides at this point, and I'll tell you why. Because traffic around 5:45 a.m. starts to get heavy. So I do not want to be, if I am not around here before 6 a.m., I'm going to be stuck in traffic with with a million other people trying to make their way into the city. And I don't want to do that, because the longer I'm stuck in traffic, the less money I stand to make, right? So if I drop someone off between 5:45 and 6, I am gunning it back to the city, completely gunning it back, okay? Boom, back. And my app is probably off, and I'm not using my filter, okay? Now, let's say I drop someone off or let's just say 5:30. If I drop someone off at O'Hare, I am coming back to the city dead miles, completely dead. Because after 5:30 a.m., if you take an airport ride, your morning is ruined. You have effectively dickered yourself. There's nothing, you're probably going to miss out on any more quality rides, because all the surge we get in the city is right around here, and that's from 6 to 9. If we do get surge, that's when it's going to be the heaviest during that time. That's when the promos are active. That's when you stand to make the most money. So if you're outside of that area after 6 a.m., you're not going to make that much money, okay? Because the surge, it'll be heavy surge in this area right here, okay? And over here, South Side, Hyde Park, South Loop, all that stuff will surge. It's not going to surge like mad most mornings, but that's when you stand a chance to get that surge. So let's undo all that mess. So if let's imagine I am up, let's say I'm around here, Edgewater, Uptown area. Actually, that's Edgewater up there. After 5:30, Uber and Lyft, I do not want an airport ride to O'Hare or to Midway. There's Midway. Because same thing, there are no rematches, so I'm going to be stuck eating miles. I do not want to eat miles. I don't want to waste time. So I'm using my filter. If I'm up north, I'm using my filter to McCormick Place. If I'm west, I'm using my filters to McCormick Place. If I am, and let's go back so this doesn't get too confusing. If I find myself around around like the UIC hospital, I'm filtering to Uptown. So I can only get trips going in that direction. Uber and Lyft, right? The whole point, from 5:30 to 7, I do not want an airport, absolutely do not want an airport ride, right? And then after that, I'm letting the app lead the way, okay? Lately, with the estimated trip duration, I won't even turn the Uber app off after 7 a.m. Because with Chicago, we have the Uber Pro rewards, and one of the rewards is estimated trip duration. So if I know every trip is if the trip says under 30 minutes, I can safely assume it's not going to be an airport ride, and I pretty much just take every ride in the morning to limit dead miles and make sure I'm getting paid for every single minute I'm online, right? So I'm not even pivoting that much anymore. Sometimes I will pivot. That's my friend Stephanie, one of my best friends. If I do pivot, that means I turn my app off in the loop right here, and I either, whatever's closer, I either hop on Wacker and go back north, or I'll hop on 90 and go back west, okay? This is so fucking disorganized, but sorry. Glad you guys are sticking with me so far. And every weekday morning, this is exactly what I do. That's all I do every weekday morning. I try to get my airport rides before 5:30. From 5:30 to 7, I use my filters strategically because I'm trying to avoid both airports, okay? 7 to 9, I'm letting the app lead the way. That is 100% of my strategy. That's it. It's not that confusing. If you're having trouble figuring it out, this isn't the right game for you. If this is too complicated, you're never going to get it. You're never going to figure it out. This is what I do in Chicago every morning on a Monday and a Friday that typically makes me $150 to $200 from 4 to 9 a.m. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, $120 to $150. If I have a very strong morning, then I just kind of let the app lead the way the rest of the day. If some of you have airport, or if you guys have afternoon strategies, fine. I don't have any others. Other than making sure I'm making the most money in the mornings, I don't have a strategy. Okay? And that's all I got for this one, guys. Hopefully y'all took notes. I'm not going over this again. Too many times I've done it. Too many. But I want to thank y'all for watching. Hopefully everyone, you guys are limiting your dead miles, saving money on fuel, saving money on expenses, and you're out there making money and kicking ass. So everyone, please stay safe, stay driven, stay classy. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.